Hello everyone in YouTube land, Nintendo Fanboy07 back here as always. Alright, Nintendo yesterday had their financial briefing thing, and I'm going to talk about each big thing that came out from that. And it's your usual stuff from those financial briefing things. Boring stuff, but it's, cool, whatever. Obviously, it's business type stuff, but we want to know how things are selling and whatever, how things are going. I posted all the major stuff on my Twitter, so I'm going in order as I posted them, so I'm not going in any order or the least important or whatever, so it's just yeah. And this is all off my Nintendo, so it's that blogging site. I don't know exactly where the source came from, like the actual, who reported it. You can go find it. I'll put every link in the description. So, let's see here. Okay. Nintendo has shipped. I don't know what shipped means. Does that mean sold or shipped to the stores? Or I think ship means sold. I don't know. I think it means sold. 55.77 million Nintendo Switch units worldwide. This is worldwide sales. That's really good. Especially for 3 years on the market compared to the Wii U. And obviously I need to talk about something else too that came out from this. Nintendo has announced today that it has shipped a staggering 55.77 million Nintendo Switch systems worldwide. The company has also revealed that it has shipped 356.24 million video games for its Nintendo Switch systems. Now, is that first party or third party? Obviously, it's a mix of games, whatever. A lot of games are being sold. The install base is huge, which means a lot of people are playing games. The install base on the Wii U was big too. Obviously, the system itself didn't sell well, but the games were selling like crazy. So that's where Nintendo made most of their money, obviously. Amiibo and games and accessories, whatever. And obviously 3DS too, during that part. Because obviously the 3DS launched in 2011 and the Wii U launched in 2012, so... But Nintendo, for the Wii U, was making all their money off their, games. And obviously third party, they get a cut of that too. But yeah, the install base for the Wii U was really good. The Switch is even better, obviously. So, a lot of games are being sold and played, so there you go. This means that the Kyoto-based company managed to ship 3.29 million Nintendo Switch units in the first quarter between January and March. Figures account for period between January has first before January. I think they mean January 1st, 2020 until March 31st. The company predicts it will ship 74.77 million units by March 2021. So yeah, I believe that. Maybe more than that. More than 74.77 million units by March of next year. So maybe more than that. Maybe 90 million, 80 million, whatever. Who knows? But yeah, this was before the pandemic. Obviously, the Switch is hard to find in every store. I don't know if you buy on Amazon. I don't do that. But no, every Walmart, Target, Best Buy, GameStop, they're all sold out. No one has Switches. Not even the lights. Nothing. They're still hard to find. It'll change, but behind June, July, we'll see. They even said June. Could get better by then. Hopefully by July, because that's my birthday and I need a light. So I'm gonna get a blue one. But yeah, this is January, and obviously people were probably buying a Switch for maybe getting ready for Animal Crossing and buying other first-party games, but obviously they knew Animal Crossing was coming out in March, and they bought a Switch then. So, enough talking about that. That's really great news. That's probably one of the biggest things out of all this, because that's, the Switch. It's their main thing right now, I'm going to talk about that later. I don't want to talk about that right now. I'm going to talk about... I'm going to talk about this, then I'm going to go back. Okay. This is because this is Switch related. Gotta talk about that. I'm going on order as I posted them, because I posted all this stuff on my Twitter. So, the Switch has sold more than the GameCube and 64 combined. So, let that sink in a little bit. That's pretty big. Even though the GameCube and 64 didn't sell really well, but put both of those worldwide sales combined, lifetime sales, they sold more than that. That's huge. It says here GameCube sold 32.93 million, and that's 60, I believe these are right. And Nintendo 64 and GameCube sold 32.9 million, and then 21.71 million. So I'm sure that's for the 64. 21.74 million says respectively. That's extremely impressive. No, that's just, so the Super. They're mostly bring up the Super Nintendo and NES, whatever. Falling behind on that. It is. Yeah, I want to compare it to the NES and Super Nintendo. That's really impressive with the GameCube and 64. I mean, obviously you can compare anything to anything, you know. But yeah, put the GameCube in. Obviously, the reason why they're doing that is because the GameCube and 64 are their least selling systems ever, not counting the Virtual Boy. But yeah, the 64 and GameCube. I'm gonna go off on a tangent here. I did do a video about this. This right here, but my camera battery died. So this is my second attempt on this video. So I'm gonna go off. I went on a tangent, which was not planned in that video, but I'm gonna warn you that I'm gonna go off on a tangent here. Not really a rant, but yeah, it's kind of weird that the GameCube and 64. Hopefully I don't spend too much time on this because I want to get off to the other topics here with this financial briefing thing. But it's really crazy that the games, when you look back at the 64, I mean, times have changed. Gaming has changed. People have changed. People are not just, same as they were. I mean, new generations too, you know what I mean? It's just so crazy that the 64 didn't sell as much as it did. As much as it deserved. Even the GameCube, both. It's really, really, really weird. You look back at the 64 that launched with Super Mario 64, one of the greatest games of all time. You know what I mean? You look at all these games that launched with this. You look at every Nintendo system. Obviously, the NES launched with Super Mario World with Super Nintendo, and then I guess you want to call it their handhelds in there too. But 64 with Mario 64, GameCube with Luigi's Mansion. Even though those were kind of like niche titles or whatever, like the GameCube era was really weird. It's just a really weird time. In a good way though, a lot of creative type stuff like Luigi's Mansion. That's an oddball type game. You know what I mean? Like obviously Melee counts because it came out a couple weeks after the GameCube came out, which is a launch title. I'm counting that as a launch game. Wave Race, a lot of other stuff. But every Nintendo system comes out with a big game. I'm not gonna count the Wii U. Kinda, I guess. Wii with Wii Sports and Twilight Princess. It's a GameCube game. Twilight Princess is a GameCube game. But it launched with Wii Sports, another big game that's just a phenomenon. People are still playing it today. I still see commercials with people playing Wii Sports. These are commercials that are not even gaming commercials, and people are playing Wii Sports. Just think, these are not even Nintendo commercials, gaming commercials, but people are still playing Wii Sports. It is unbelievable Wiimotes, and people are playing Wii Sports, or maybe they're playing Wii Sports Club on fucking Wii U, who knows. But you get my point though, like, every Nintendo system launches with a big game. Wii U, Nintendo Land, New Super Mario Bros. U, not really big, but The New Super Mario Bros. Was big, it sold a lot though. And obviously, 3DS didn't launch with really anything big, but then you have the Switch that launched with Breath of the Wild, which everyone was talking about. I mean, for the ones that had a 64 at that time, everyone was talking about Super Mario 64. But when you have a game like that, that should have just threw 64s off the shelves like crazy. It should have. It really, really should have. PS1 sold more than the 64. Why? I don't know. I guess because it's CD-based games. Who gives a shit? But at that time, you look at like Super Mario 64 was the game. It changed 3D gaming forever, just like all the original Super Mario Bros. Original Super Mario Bros. Changed gaming. Obviously Zelda and other games did too, but then you look at Super Mario 64, you're just like, that changed 3D, how games are made now. 3D, polygon games, polygonal games. It's just so weird how, and then the GameCube, everyone loved to bash on the GameCube when it came out. Oh, it's just a kitty, purple little lunchbox. Even though it had other colors, but whatever. But you get my point, like, people are making fun of it as kitty, it's little GameCube, little thing, it's a little system, whatever. Not taking it too seriously. And it's just so weird. What if the 64 and GameCube launch now? Well, I can't really say that, so it doesn't make any sense. But you get my point, though. Then it should have sold. It should have sold. because it had Super Mario 64. That was like the biggest game. It's so strange. But anyways, you get my point. I'm not gonna talk about it anymore. But yeah, now everyone nowadays just loves the GameCube. And now the collecting for fucking 64 is crazy. If you see groups on Facebook, people are just collecting. Like, the collecting for, I don't know if people have been paying attention, or maybe it's just me. I don't know if anyone else has. But 64 games are just being traded back and forth, or people are buying obviously used, but people are buying 64 games like crazy, man. And those are very expensive. Like, the Mario Party games are like $60 to $80. Super Mario 64 is almost about 60. I think that's like the usual price for Super Mario 64, around $60, which is expensive, it really is, for any used game that's over 20 years old and you're still paying for $60. But yeah, like the used game market is right now is 64. It's nuts. It always has been for the past couple of years, but right now it's a resurgence. It's nuts. And the 64 has the least. It's the smallest library. It has the smallest library out of any Nintendo system, not counting the Virtual Boy. Out of all Nintendo's home consoles, it still has the smallest. The Wii U has more games than the 64, which is mind-blowing, but as I said, I'm going off on a tangent here, so, my time is good, so, yeah, it's sold more than the GameCube and 64. I'll post all these links in the description. Okay, I'm going to go through this really fast here. Nintendo 3DS has shipped 75.77 million units worldwide. That's great. The 3DS is dead, so there you go. Nintendo discussed the pandemic impact on the shipments. Obviously, I'm not going to go through it. I'm going to read all that. But yeah, obviously, it's really, the Switch and Switch Lite are really hard to find right now. And there you go. I'm not going to read all that. Yeah, because of COVID-19. Development schedules of games, probably they're really, who knows what they have in them. Who knows what they had planned too, because obviously E3, every big event is canceled right now, and it's permanently canceled for this year until next year, E3 2021. But who knows what they had planned, and obviously the whole thing about their E3 Direct in June was canceled, which they could obviously do it just like the mini Direct. Just put a sizzle reel. Just throw up other games. Bam, 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 bam. This is what we have for Switch. Here's Metroid Prime 4. It exists. It still exists. It's still in development. Throw up a new logo, just to whatever, get people to think about that game until it comes out in 2022. Who knows? I don't know. But yeah. Nintendo discussed the pandemic's impact on its shipments, game development, and release schedule. That's just the headline. I'm not going to read this whole thing. It's long. So, I would totally, but it's there for you to read. But yeah, like I said, it's the Switch, and, games are hard. Games are easy to find. There's always games out there, but the Switch right now is hard to find. I already read that. Switch sold more than GameCube and 64. Animal Crossing New Horizons sold 13.41 million copies. Obviously, it came out in March. Getting in July. Nintendo earned more money for digital sales than digital versions of physical copy games. Checking my time here. Yeah, they earned more money for digital versions of games. $2 billion in digital sales this year for their physical year, whatever. So that's really good. Not much to talk about here. A couple more here, and then we're done. This is kind of weird for Nintendo to come out and say. Nintendo says the Switch is barely halfway through its life cycle. Till 2023. That's probably the last year. Maybe, we'll see. Who knows? But it's kind of weird for them to come out like, maybe Sony and Microsoft had come out and said that. I don't remember. Maybe I have a bad memory. Investor David Gibson was present during the Nintendo Investors Q&A session and reports that the company informed investors that the Nintendo Switch platform is barely in the middle of its life cycle. This indicates that there won't be a successor to the Switch until around 2023, though plans do change. Nintendo previously announced that they won't be launching a revised Nintendo Switch console this year. And there you go. You're not going to get a new model this year, soon, or a successor anytime soon too. So, there you go. Well, yeah, the Switch, it's a new system. It's still a baby, what do you want to call it? And now the last one here. This is my favorite one of all of them because it talks about their franchises being very successful. The Switch now has the best-selling titles or IPs for 10 IPs, including, Smash, Zelda, Splatoon, Mario Kart, Animal Crossing, and whatever. All of their big selling stuff. definitely Splatoon. You gotta give Splatoon a lot of credit for that because it's a 5-year-old fucking series and it's really successful. It launched on a dead system. And it's amazing. Like, it's huge in Japan. It's huge in America. Xenoblade, Fire Emblem, Animal Crossing, Zelda, Super Smash Brothers, just all their IPs. So, as for Pokemon too, can't forget about Pokemon. Did I say Fire Emblem? But yeah, that's it. That's all there is to it. That's all their news that came out of the all the big things, all the most important things that came out of their financial briefing last night. So comment down below if I've forgotten anything or anything like that. So peace out. More random videos coming soon. Later. Bye.